What's up everyone, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Today we're gonna talk about tackle like I normally do, but I'm gonna show you something really cool that I found at a thrift store for $4. Thanks everyone for liking and commenting and subscribing. I really appreciate it. You know, this channel is all about baits. You know, a lot of it is brand new stuff. You know, the newest trends, things that I'm learning, you know, some of my insights, all that stuff. But once in a while, I find something really cool that's old, and that's what I'm gonna show you now. I was at a thrift store here in town. My wife likes to look at thrift stores, and you know, I usually tag along to thrift stores, estate sales, anything like that, because once in a while you can find some fishing stuff. It's kind of rare, but if you keep your eye out, you can find some really good deals, like this box that I'm gonna show you here for $4. Now, the first thing that I really like about this is an old school Plano, the trail pack. I saw this across the store and I knew immediately what it was and went right there and wanted to see what was inside of it. You know, I remember this color that Plano had, you know, when I started fishing, and I still have some boxes. It's like, you know, that faded brown. So immediately I knew it was tackle. So I raced over there, saw it was $4. I'm gonna show you what I got. I think it's a pretty good deal. Some of this stuff I've never fished. I don't know anything about it. If you have, you know, maybe you fished these baits in the past, I'd like to hear the comments on how to fish them or any experiences you have with the stuff that's in here. The first thing though is pretty cool. It's a couple things of plastic worms. You know, Mr. Twister and Cream, you know, Cream is the inventor of the plastic worm. And what's cool is how they used to package these. I mean, I used to fish Cream right when I started fishing, you know, pre-teen years. You know, I remember I had the Nightcrawler color, just a natural color, because, you know, I thought, hey, you know, bass would eat a worm, so it's gotta look like a worm, right? So I've never fished these crazy ones like this with the white tail. I did never get into the Mr. Twister like this, but I think it's pretty cool, and I think I'm gonna fish them. They're brand new in the package. You know, this one was originally 99 cents. This one was originally $1.29. It's also interesting, like this was just a pack of 3, and this is a pack of 6. You know, now it's pretty much, you know, 10 pack, an 8 pack, you know, in a bag as well. So it's kind of cool to see how things have changed, but pretty cool how they package those. Now this is someone's actual tackle box, so a lot of it is just some random stuff. Like you got the Eagle Claw snelled hooks. I used to fish these all the time, you know, these bait holder hooks with the snell, put a split shot on there, throw some chunk of Nightcrawler, power bait, whatever it is. I mean, this is how I fished. You know, I'm pretty sure these are still around. I don't know if they still sell them like this, but I would think so. But yeah, snelled fish hooks. These were 37 cents back then. You also had the water gremlin split shot. Gotta have those. You know, they still make these. I've seen these, but it's cool in this little package here. Got some old spinner baits. You know, and the first thing I noticed about these is this flat skirt. Totally different than the skirts we have now. I know Humdinger makes a spinner bait now that has that same type of skirt, but it's really unique because it's not really like a silicone. It's just like fabric or something. It's really weird. It's got a double hook on it, you know, almost like a blade bait or even a, you know, frog hook. And they're small. You know, this is I'm guessing it's a quarter, maybe a 3/8, but just the whole package is pretty small. And you know, I guess it was 2 weeks ago or so, I posted another find that I had was the original Shimano Curado from 1991 and a pistol grip rod. Well, I'm actually gonna fish it on there. You know, I was in that video, I said I was gonna go out and fish old school with the pistol grip and mono, and I'm going to throw this spinnerbait around. I think that's the perfect bait to do it, to kind of go old school and see if I can catch fish here in 2024. Got some other random stuff in here. Got like a spoon. I've actually never seen this. This is called the Sidewinder. It looks like like an actual spoon that you cut in half almost. You know, kind of bait fish profile. Kind of light, but I bet I could catch something on that. It's not quite like a jigging spoon, but it would be more of a casting spoon. But you can jig it as well. So I'll try that maybe. That's someone's manual for a Zebco ZB push button. You know, has everything you need to know about installing the line. Yeah, I like how it says installing the line, not you know, spooling the line. You know, adjusting the drag, anti-reverse, you know, everything you need to know. Then you could also send in on here. It says you can get line on there for $1.50, a spool of line. So that's what this is actually. This is an extra spool of trilene, 8-pound. I guess you just put that thing on there. Or you spool it on there, I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, you just reel it on. But that's kind of cool how they put it on there. It doesn't look like it would really hold very much line at all. Huh, so yeah, 8-pound trilene. I like their old logo too with the heart on it. Pretty sweet. Still digging through this. I mean, I think it's definitely worth the $4 that I spent on this. It's just for the nostalgia and looking at some of the old trends, like this little crawfish dude. It's a small craw, just on a single hook with the hook on the bottom. I don't know if someone rigged it like that, if that's how it's supposed to be. Not much action to it. I mean, it's kind of stiff, but maybe just because it's been sitting in this box for 30 years plus. But yeah, if you know anything about this, that's one thing I had no clue about. I'd like to know what this is and, you know, if it was a popular bait or not. Then I'll show you a couple of the hard baits. So we got the Cordell Crazy Tail. And I did actually look at this one already. It's like a lipless style bait, but there's no sound at all. I guess it's not wood, it's plastic. Huh, you could tell it's never been used. You could still see the epoxy in the eye there. There's a little booklet in that too, which is cool. I wish they'd go back to that. Look at that, it comes with a little printout. I like how it says approximately 3/8 ounce. Cordell Tackle, Hot Springs, Arkansas. Yeah, it's a flat side like other vibrating lures. It vibrates more frequently at faster retrieves. Huh. Cool, we'll try that thing out. Also, there's a Cordell box, but it's just some old swivels, but from the Gay Blade. That was their blade bait. You can see it's got just a pack of swivels. That's just how the person stored it. Got the original Cordell Spot. You know, lipless. They still make these, but this is obviously an old school one. Maybe pretty sought after, I don't know. Doesn't rattle very much. It's like a one knocker, kind of. Got a hollow chamber in there. Again, it has a epoxy over the eye, so they weren't much for, you know, quality control, I guess. But yeah, this one's never been used, so I may have to break that thing out with that pistol grip. Then there's a couple other miscellaneous things in here, like some weights and this crappie jig, and then there's one saltwater looking lure. This is the Pico, it's from San Antonio, the Slasher, but they also make the Piggy Boat, the Pico Perch. It's a little prop bait. Cool striper pattern, white bass pattern, so. It's also interesting how these hooks were on there. I mean, you could never really replace the hooks unless you took the screw off. And then on the back, I don't know how you'd even put a new hook on there if one got damaged. There's no split ring. Huh. But yeah, Pico Splasher. I've actually never heard of this bait. But yeah, it's a little double horse style bait. This would definitely catch them. I'll have to try that when the fish are shallow in the spring. You know, I know devil horse type baits, prop baits, they're still really big in Florida and other places with a lot of grass. Maybe I'll have to bust that out. I like that pattern too. Just, you don't see many striper or white bass patterns. So overall, $4, I mean, can't complain. You know, that's a great deal for all this stuff. You know, like I said, I always look for new tackle, you know, the new trends, but I'm also always looking at the history of the sport. I really like to collect this stuff. It's just cool to look at, really. And, you know, I may fish this, may not, may keep it in the box, but again, for $4, I mean, that's less than a cup of coffee. I can't complain. It's less than, you know, buying a pack of baits. I mean, pack of plastics is $5-6 now, so pretty sweet deal. Always check out those local shops. You never know what you're gonna find. There's some real gems if you spend the time looking. You know, garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales, all kinds of places. I've found stuff in each of them, but I would say you're gonna look a lot more than you're gonna find things. Maybe 10 stores and you'll find something good. Just kind of how it goes, but it's worth it when you do strike gold like I did here. Thanks for watching.